Joshua Williamson and Howard Porter begin to track down a killer as Batman, Slade and their respective families close in on the real killer of Ra's al Ghul. Joshua Williamson finally gives us some substance in Shadow War with an issue filled with revelations, a few answers, and even more questions. I like the parallel Williamson did this issue with Batman and Deathstroke, with Batman using his detective skills to track a lead, relying on his son's skills and competence, while Slade knows how to get into a killer's head, using that information to discover the true reason why he was framed, but also thanks to things that have happened in the past with his previous family members, he was keeping his son at kind of an arm's length and not trusting in him. While no big earth-shattering reveals came this issue, we are given a few candidates on who is framing Slade, ranging from Slade's other son to even Damian's first clone heretic, which is a lot more than what the last two issues gave us. The issue isn't without its problems though, with Batman and Robin just foregoing any talk about Alfred, the big elephant in the room between them and the reason why Robin left Batman, acting like nothing ever happened and that they're back to being the dynamic duo we always knew and love. So hopefully something about that comes up a little later on in the book, or at least just after the event finishes. Howard Porter again delivers some really fantastic, detailed and busy artwork for the book, giving us a good taste of shadowy Batman action and more louder guns blazing Deathstroke action. I really love the ninja sequence near the end of the issue thanks to Porter's knack for just filling a page with so many characters and detail and action, and it not coming off as a complete mess, which is very hard to pull off. Batman issue 123 was a much better offering from the Shadow War events so far, moving the plots forward nicely while still teasing out a larger plot of the Deathstroke's identity. There is still problems with certain characters' interactions, but it is a step in the right direction. I'm going to give this issue a 6.5 out of 10. Batman issue 123 finds an inmate of Blackgate prison taken to see his lawyer. The man thinks he's finally getting out of the hellhole, but upon entering the interrogation room, he finds Batman and Robin waiting for him. Robin isn't impressed with this guy as Batman explains that months ago, the Justice League encountered some fake Deathstrokes who were working for the Royal Flush Gang, and that's too much of a coincidence for what they are currently dealing with. And if the Deathstroke who killed Ra's was an imposter, they should start here. The man knows he's not talking to him, since last time he did, Batman cheated him. Robin decides to take over the interrogation, but before even laying a hand on him, the man screams, saying that he'll talk. The man says that the Royal Flush Gang hired them to pose as Deathstrokes and paid them to get the clothes for the part, sending them to a tailor in Central City who makes costumes for the rogues. The man says the name of the tailor was Gamby, and when they went there was also another guy there who was also getting a Deathstroke costume, but he wasn't related to them. He knows the man looked familiar and was quite handsome, and he ordered a special costume, wanting it to look like the classic Deathstroke suit. He knows that he could feel the anger coming off the man, and it was scary, almost as scary as Batman. The man finds the heroes are long gone, having met the Batwing on the roof, as Damian wonders about Deathstroke and the secret society, hoping this Ghostmaker fellow and the rest of the wannabe Batman are up for protecting them. Batman tells him to be nice since Ghostmaker is an extremely capable hero and leader. He contacts Ghostmaker, finding that the hero has rounded up most of the Slade society, despite many of them actively trying to fight him and Batman Inc. when they came for them. Batman asks about Slade, but Ghostmaker says he's got eyes on him and they're keeping their distance. Batman is glad since he wants to hear what Slade will do when he thinks no one is watching. Batman Inc. meanwhile want to know why they are protecting the scum who will try and kill them, thinking Talia should be allowed to kill them and it will be one less headache for them. Clown Hunter thinks that they are doing it because Batman said so, but Ghostmaker knows it's because he said so. And currently they are Deathstroke and his cronies' guardian angels. In Washington DC, Slade, Respawn and Ravager stake out the bombed out embassy that Ra's was killed at. Rose asks why they came there, but Respawn knows that their father doesn't need her help, wondering why she's even there anyway. Rose says that she's not helping them, but Talia has ordered all of Slade's family killed, and that includes her. She thinks that going back to the scene of the crime is a rookie move and Batman would have already checked the place, and Slade knows Batman is a detective, not a killer, and he sees what the imposter Deathstroke saw, and maybe he can get into his head and deduce why he's pretending to be Deathstroke and framing him. Batman and Robin meanwhile arrive in Central City, where Batman tries to talk to Damian about the death tournament he was in, wondering if something happened there. Damian is too distracted by his reflection, seeing Respawn looking back at him. Batman knows he's thinking about Respawn, and Damian tells him it's not the first time he's had to deal with a clone, but there is something different about this time, not wanting Respawn to learn from Slade's bad influence and instead wanting to try and help the boy, like how Batman and the rest of the Bat family helped him. The heroes arrive at Gamby's shop, finding no one around as Robin finds his secret passageways, opening a door to a bright white hallway. Batman knows that Gamby would be ready for a double cross, being that he dealt with criminals, wanting Robin not to set off any alarms. Robin wishes to tell his father about something that happened in the tournament, revealing he sorta has a girlfriend right now. Batman is surprised, and so much so that it leads to him tripping a laser alarm, which sets off various traps, which the heroes quickly race through the gauntlet of, smashing through the door at the end of the hallway. They find themselves in Gamby's inner sanctum, and it has already been destroyed, discovering the unconscious Gamby nearby. Batman finds that he's not dead, just tranquilized. Robin knows that none of this sounds like Slade's MO, knowing this wasn't about Ra's al Ghul at all. It's about his mother and Deathstroke, since someone wanted a war between them. The imposter Deathstroke appears, knowing that Damian is smart, and if he's as smart as he remembers, he will stay out of it and let him do what Damian couldn't. Robin refuses to let him go, knowing that the villain knew what would happen when he killed Ra's. The villain knows that the war will stop once Slade is truly punished. Slade meanwhile looks over the bomb site, telling whichever of Batman's sidekicks is watching them to come out and talk. Hood reveals himself, knowing that he's not a sidekick, wondering how he knew he was there. Slade knows that he's not as good as Batman, no matter how much he tells himself that, revealing that he knew who really killed Ra's al Ghul. Hood tells him that Batman isn't his boss, and Batman is following a lead as well, so if Slade has news, he should know as well. Hood is suddenly hit by a Shuriken as Talia's ninjas ambush Slade and his family. Hood demands to know why they are attacking him, so the ninjas say that they will kill Deathstroke and all his associates, including those who protect him. The Wilson family get ready for a fight, and Respawn knows that they can take a bunch of ninjas, but Slade discovers that they are taking one of his moves, as ninjas with guns appear, attacking them. The family attack, with Slade killing one of the men before taking another ninja hostage, demanding his friends back off. The ninja tells him there is no more running and he will die today. Slade threatens to kill him, but the ninja knows that his life means nothing and he lives to serve the demon's head, and Slade must die at all costs, including his own life. The other ninja is ready to shoot through their friend, but Respawn jumps in the way as they open fire. Nearby, Ravager finishes up the ninjas that cornered her as she rounds the street, finding that Hood has been almost beaten to death. She knows Batman's going to be pissed as she soon discovers Slade, learning that Respawn has been killed by the gun-toting ninjas.